Hey guys, it's Kyra with Angelic Elixirs doing another very specific reading today. But someone has had a paranormal encounter. I don't know what else you would call it. So I don't know if this is like the person who's watching. I don't know if this happened recently or it happened when you were a child or it happened to someone's child. But basically, what I saw was like someone. I feel like it was a child. Like the mindset felt like a child, but it could have been, somebody as a teenager or something like that. But somebody was living at home, basically. And this person, child, teen, whoever, was sleeping downstairs. And basically, I don't know, they did something where they like pushed themselves across the floor and they were like expecting their body. You know how you like slide across the floor if you push yourself hard enough, but eventually, obviously, you stop. But then, this person had their eyes closed, and so when they felt themselves, going backwards, they felt that they didn't slow down, and so they like ended up hitting the wall, and then they felt themselves being pulled forward. And so then when this person opens their eyes, they're not where they were or the direction. It's like, so someone was here, they pushed themselves back. Let's say this is the corner of a wall, is what I saw. So someone pushed themselves back, expecting to stop around here. So they kept going back, and they end up going back forward, and they ended up at like a door or something. And so whoever this was, they like basically freaked the fuck out, and they run upstairs to their parent. I was seeing somebody's mom, and they basically are like freaking the fuck out, and they're like, oh my god, something's downstairs, something happened, something moved me. And the parent is almost like very dismissive of it. you know they're not necessarily telling the kid that they don't believe them, but they're kind of just like, okay, like, they're basically like asking the parent they can like sleep in their bed because they're like scared of being downstairs by themselves. So I don't know if this person was like sleeping down there or they were just playing around, but it was nighttime. And so they climb into the parent's bed, and the parent is basically just like kind of acting like frustrated about having the child in bed with them. And then someone had a sibling, it could have even been a sister, but someone had a sibling that was basically like, oh, do you mean the ghost downstairs? Yes, because somebody died here. And so that kind of just makes them even more uncomfortable. Like something literally like grabbed this person on their shirt, but they didn't see it because they had their eyes closed. I'm guessing because, I mean, part of it was like denial and they were like terrified, and the other part of it like did not want to see something because they know that they weren't moving themselves. It's almost like somebody felt like they were like whooshed to a different spot. Like they opened their eyes and they were like somewhere else that they did not walk to. So I don't know if it, I don't know what the fuck. But basically, the sibling was like, oh, that's because somebody died here. So I don't know if someone actually got that confirmation before or something, but, or if that was just part of the channeling. But yeah, somebody had some kind of experience, and what do they call it? A poltergeist that can like actually touch shit, touch people, move things. And so yeah, once again, doing a reading on, I'm not too familiar with all this, but yeah, they basically said somebody died there. Okay. I guess we're taking all these. Let's see. We got the world card. That's so fucking strange. Because, first of all, looking at this card, she has her hands in all these different things that look like portals. And that's another thing I was thinking, like this person felt like they got moved through a portal or something. Like they got whooshed away. Like they were literally in a different spot than they were before, but something pulled them. Like that's just weird. And then especially like in the corners and stuff, you see all these different like little vampire teeth or animal teeth, whatever the fuck that is. What is this up here? Yeah, it's like claws right here, and then some angel wings over there. So I definitely feel like this is someone who had passed. Yeah, we're just gonna throw those back in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely getting somebody had passed away and was like messing with the kid or something. I don't know. Like I've never done a reading about something like this, so we're going to see literally the card that I just put back in there. Okay. Three of Wands. So someone was anticipating something. Someone may have even thought this person was like daydreaming. And I don't know why I was getting like whatever spirit or entity this was, it was like waiting for someone. Like it was waiting for a moment, because the Three of Wands is about your ships coming in. So I feel like this was like, it was waiting for an opportunity, waiting to be noticed. Maybe someone didn't like live in the house for a long time. And then these people finally moved in and it was like, ooh, now's my chance to make a move. Yeah, I don't know why these birds up here are sticking out to me. I don't know if you can even see that. But yeah, the birds up there are sticking out to me like something with wings. Like wings up there, like something flying. Yeah, that's kind of how it felt. Like this person felt like they were flying all of a sudden. But not because they were like, it was like they pushed themselves back with their legs out like this, but then when they were going forward, their legs were still forward like that. So they weren't like flying and the legs all dangling. It was just like whoosh, and they got whooshed to, I think it was the front door or something. But yeah, this is just, yeah, because the Three of Wands can also represent an incoming storm. I don't know, I just keep feeling like somebody was anticipating something. Somebody was waiting for something. Like, I don't know if I'm channeling what somebody's feeling about this or if I'm channeling whatever entity or energy that was. I don't fucking know, but then we popping out with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, like something manifested there. Because the Page of Pentacles also represent developing a skill. Oh no, not with the Death card at the back of the deck. What the hell? And once again, another bird in this card. Another bird. Can you see that up there in the little corner right there? Another bird. Like, what the hell? Okay, so then what I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles, this is about skill development, trying to get better at something. So I feel like whatever this was, it was like waiting for the right opportunity. And maybe the skill it was developing was how to grab on to people, how to get people's attention. I don't know if I'm not seeing if it's like a very negative energy yet, but I mean, with Death card coming out, clearly we know what the fuck we're talking about. It even has, I don't know how I never noticed that. You could tell how much I be paying attention, but all these freaking, can you see that? Oh, all these bones and skeletons at the bottom. Like, what the fuck? Can you tell I've never did a reading about this before? I usually, oh, let's do some love readings. Let's do, this is different. Like, when I tell you, like, these, I'm not channeling these last two. It was a lot. I'm like, what in the world is this? But anyway, back to the reading. So now we have the death card. So yeah, clearly dealing with someone who was deceased. So not some, I mean, I guess yes, a paranormal entity, but not something different, but definitely dealing with like a poltergeist or some kind of ghost. Some kind of spirit that was like waiting for the right opportunity. I don't know why it was sticking out to me with the death card, begging for mercy or begging for change. So I'm getting like it's not very happy where it is. Maybe something even like reincarnated as a ghost. And maybe even after this experience, it's like a part of someone died a little bit. Like a part of that childlike innocence died a little bit after experiencing this. I mean, especially with like the reaction of the parent, they were like very dismissive. You know, it was like they almost didn't believe the child and they were like borderline freaking the fuck out. But trying to stay calm, you know, it's like whoever this kid was, they like forced themselves to be more calm because their parent wasn't taking them seriously. And that will change a person in a lot of ways. Having to force yourself to not feel what you're feeling or not show what you're feeling to appease your parents, you know, that's, but something has like somebody went through a really big, profound emotional reaction, and it's really, and it could have also been the entity that had this emotional reaction, like a very, like, why would it react like that? Like some I mean, it's something about a very charged reaction, like the kid was just playing around and then it's getting dragged all of a sudden. So let's see what the hell comes out. Like this is one of the same cards that came out in the last one, but very different meaning in this reading. 3 of Pentacles. Working on something. Once again, learning something. And maybe this is like somebody, I feel like after this experience, somebody really took in like a keen interest in the supernatural. Like it became a passion of theirs to learn the ins and outs of the supernatural world, of supernatural entities and stuff like that. But once again, with that learning, Page of Pentacles, learning, and then especially Pentacles represent, you know, material things, things that you can hold, things that you can touch. So once again, the fact that this entity literally was able to touch this person and move them, I feel like it spent a lot of time learning how to do that. Okay. Yeah, strength card. It took a lot of strength for that thing, or person, being, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to be able to do that. It could also have to do with a Leo. But I feel like somebody, like I was saying, you know, with strength, somebody had a lot of resilience in dealing with this. Not that I just slid it and it's the devil card. Hell no, bro. Hell no. But yeah, like somebody really had to like, what is the word I'm looking for? Someone had to comfort themselves. Like someone, like I said, like whoever's parent this was, like they were not there for them at all. I mean, they let them crawl into the bed, but they were just They dismissed it. They didn't ask about it. They didn't go downstairs to check it. And I think the parent even started to like yell about some shit. Oh, because the kid was like freaking out and trying to like tell their parent about it. And they were like, oh my God, will you just stop talking? Will you just shut up about it? Blah, 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 blah. Like the parent was pissed off that they were talking about it. So whoever this was, they really had like a lot of courage in dealing with this. And I'm also getting like someone was very, like, had a lot of inner strength and was very patient and like patient with themselves to be able to deal with it, to be able to not necessarily get over it, but they were very patient with their fear. You know, they didn't get frustrated with themselves for being scared the way that the parent was getting frustrated with them. And I also feel like whoever this was, they sacrificed a lot. Like they sacrificed, I mean, basically like sacrificed their childhood, like experiencing something like that. That's, I mean, trauma times 10, because what the fuck? But with the Eight of Swords, you know, this is someone having a lot of fear, a lot of negative thoughts. Somebody feeling like imprisoned by their own mind, imprisoned by their own thoughts. So in a way, kind of relating to the last reading where someone just feels like stuck in their mind. Like every corner you turn, you're wondering if something's going to happen again. So I don't know if this, I'm not really seeing it here. I don't know if it repeated multiple times. I only saw the one, but yeah, it was like somebody became very fearful after this experience. But I feel like that fear, with the Chariot card here, that fear kind of propelled someone to learn more, like with this Three of Pentacles. Like it propelled someone to dive deeper into the supernatural. It propelled someone to want to learn more and discover more about what it was that they experienced and encountered. You know, because it was like, because this person went through it, just because the parent was dismissive of it, they didn't just not believe it didn't happen. It was like, oh, I know it motherfucking happened. I saw and felt with my own eyes that this fucking happened. You know, so I'm also getting that with the patience of the Strength card. Like somebody really waited for the right time and the right opportunity to be able to look into it themselves. Like I said, I feel like this person was younger, so maybe they didn't have the resources to be able to look this up themselves. But I feel like over the years, someone really dedicated a lot of time to be able to look into this experience and to be able to explain to themselves what it was. Also, I feel like to not have as many fears, you know, because the Eight of Swords is kind of about self-imposed restrictions. Not that, you know, the fear is necessarily self-imposed, but someone had to figure out a way out of their own mind. Like someone had to figure a way out of feeling trapped by their own fear because of this encounter. I'm still just stuck on the fact that the Death card came out. Like, what the fuck? Someone could, I don't know why that stuck out to me. Death card is 13. Someone could have been 13 when this happened. Or someone could have been 8. So we got the Eight of Swords here. And Strength is the number 8 as well. So yeah, someone could have been 8 or someone could have been 13. But yeah, I was definitely feeling like this is someone who's younger. Like not an established adult, quote unquote. But yeah, with the Chariot, this is someone who's driven by their emotions. They follow their intuition. You know, basically the way that they feel is their intuition. The way that they feel is their North Star. I was about to say their Northern Compass. I don't know what the fuck that means. But yeah, it's almost like every decision someone has made almost has been based on that experience. Like going forward in life. Maybe like if someone went to college or went to school, like the topics that they decided to study were about that experience. You know, maybe the topics that they researched in their free time, their extracurriculars were about that. You know, like I'm just getting like they were very driven by this experience. You know, it's almost like when someone, I mean, if you're on the more fortunate side where it's less terrifying, but like for me, for instance, when I first, first realized that angels are real, because I fucking saw one. And then on the flip side, when I had come to the understanding, okay, story time real quick, if y'all feel like it. Basically, I was like all excited. I'm like, oh my God, angels are real. I have a guardian angel, blah, 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 blah. It was confirmed to me by someone who, like, she told me shit that my angel was telling her because she was the only one who could hear him. But she was telling me stuff that he was telling her that I had never fucking told her. Like, I was like, I know for a fact I never mentioned that to you because I don't tell people that. And like, it's very specific details. So at the same time, I was like excited about that for a while. And then I was like, but wait, because at the time, I mean, I grew up Pentecostal and then I became an atheist. And then over time, it just kind of ventured into this, obviously. So I was like, but wait, I recall growing up, this and the other, if angels exist, then that means, and then literally as I'm thinking, then that means demons exist. I literally hear these, like the creepiest, heaviest footsteps above the ceiling. Like we lived on the top floor, right? There's 3 stories. We lived on the top floor. There's no one above us. As soon as I'm thinking like, okay, then that means demons exist, I literally hear these creak, 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 these footsteps walking towards me from the other side of the apartment all the way until it stops right above my head. When I tell you, I grabbed that motherfucking sage so goddamn fast. So goddamn fast. So I say all that to say that is essentially what propelled everything else that happened in my life, was because of those experiences and those supernatural encounters. So for me, it wasn't, I mean, yes, I guess I later realized I had encountered a ghost, but not at that time, but later on. A story for another time. But with my supernatural encounter with realizing angels and demons do exist, that became my sole focus, basically. With the Chariot card, this is someone where that's like, they're talking about this person doesn't know where they're going, but they are blindly following their intuition, like with haste. The Chariot with the 2 horses, they're galloping the fuck along with haste at great speeds. That's basically what this is about. And so someone here is just, that's become their motivator for everything that they do, everything that they think, everything that they breathe. It's because of that. Like every interest that someone has been based on that, because I feel like it has completely changed their perspective, especially with the Death card here. Like something, a part of them died. And it doesn't always have to be a negative thing, when a part of you dies, but it's just that part of them that was able to still deny the existence of such things, So just, yeah. Good Lord. Okay. I was not expecting to get 2 cards, but I guess 2 cards want to come out. Yeah, we got the 3 of Swords and the Sun. Because the Sun card has 2 children on it. This is also another card that came out in the last reading. So maybe this resonates with some people there too. I don't know. But it has 2 children here. So I feel like, once again, tying in with that, a part of someone died. In a way, it was also seemed like a negative death, because, with the Three of Swords, it's almost like someone's childhood innocence was betrayed in a way. Their innocence died. They could not deny that this happened. And when I saw this with the two children here, I was also getting like the reaction of the parent. Like they literally just didn't believe them. They didn't care. For your child to be freaking out like that. I mean, I would hope this isn't somebody who's watching this and you just dismissed your child like that just because you haven't seen anything like that. I would hope that you wouldn't do that to somebody. But like the way that this parent dismissed their fears like that. Like, look how she's sitting here. It's raining outside. And she's all curled up with her head in her arms. Like, this person really had to, like, cuddle themselves. They had to comfort themselves. They had to find answers for themselves. And so I feel like that was part of what this, with the sun card, it means illumination, something being illuminated. Also, we got the sun and strength, Leo as fuck. Leo energy here. Also could be Cancerian energy. We got Scorpio. And we got some earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, I just feel like a part of someone died. And it was a part that, I feel like a part that died is a part that maybe could have been salvaged or could have even stayed if someone had received the comfort and the care that they should have received from their parent. If someone had received that coddling, somebody saying, what happened? How are you feeling? It was like the parent dismissed them. And then somebody else is like, oh, you mean because the person who died? Like, everybody was just throwing shit out. Like, oh, yeah, this person died. Oh, get out of my face. Oh, my God, why are you talking about? It's like, just like in the card, sword after sword after sword, striking this person. This rose here. The rose symbolizes love. The rose here also symbolizes a heart. So it's like they were just having shots fired at them over and over and over about stuff that they never thought that they first never thought existed, and then second, never thought that they would have to deal with on their own. So, yeah. So anyway, I guess welcome to the club. If this is you and you're reading of people who experience things and people kind of didn't really believe it. But yeah, there's some shit out there. There is some shit out